Now today we'll be replacing the rubber intake that runs from the airbox all the way to the throttle body. As you can see, I have a massive break right here. You may have a check engine light when this happens. In my case, I do not, but I have a very, very loud vacuum leak. So the first step is just removing all of the components so we can remove this entire assembly from the vehicle. So right here we have a harness connector. There's a fastener right down here that we'll take care of, and some connection points at the rear. So I'm going to start by removing this fastener. Before I remove it, I'll spray some PB Blaster. As you can see, it's a very, very thin fastener. So if you live in a winter climate, you don't want this to snap, because if it does, then it's another part that you need to buy. And the end has a Phillips size adapter, or you can just use a socket. In my case, this is 7/32 of an inch, and I'm using a quarter inch ratchet. And that's enough. You just have to make it loose. You don't have to go crazy. Now let me show you what's going on in the back here. Now in my case, I have the throttle and the cruise control cable sort of in the way, but I can just simply move it so I can get access to everything that I need. But on your specific vehicle, if there's anything in the way, just tuck it. Sometimes you can use a bungee cord or a zip tie just to temporarily get it out of the way. But that being said, it looks like we have a little connection point back here. This just pulls off from the hose. There's another connection point here. Now in this case, I can remove it from here or directly from the engine. My guess, let me see if I can pull this out. There we go. That works. Good time also to check your hoses and see if you need to replace it. Now sometimes you may have to remove the airbox. These can be pretty tight. In my case, I could probably just remove it. Let's see if I can rotate this. It's still pretty tight. You know what I'll do? I can remove it, but just in case, if you're doing this on your vehicle and it's incredibly tight, sometimes you need to remove the airbox. Let me show you on how you can do that. Now the airbox in my case is held on by 4 8mm fasteners. In your case, you may have clips. Every vehicle is a little bit different. There's the 4th one right there. If you're not too sure, look in the owner's manual for air filter replacement. A lot of times they'll have a diagram and quickly show you on how you can remove this box, but typically that's all it is, either these fasteners or just clips. Okay, as you can see, this is completely destroyed, but there we go. I'll replace the air filter too. There we go. Whew. So now I need to remove this section of the hose from the airbox. Now take a look at this clamp. It's essentially just one continuous bead. There's no point where you can loosen the clamp from the box. But that being said, right there is where it's connected. So I'm just simply, there's different ways you can do this, to be perfectly honest. You can grab a flathead, for example, something like this, and then just pry it back slowly. Probably the quickest way to do it. Another technique is just to undo this connection point right here where the clamp essentially meets, both ends meet. So, you know, do whatever works for you. This sort of works for me. It's very quick. Okay. And there we go. So now I want to verify that the old part matches up with the new part, which it does. A little hard to tell because it's broken, but nonetheless everything is where it should be. Now just simply transfer over anything that you need to from the old part to the new part. So right here we have, this is the air temp sensor, or intake air temp sensor. Actually, before I do that, let me grab this little clamp, put this right here, and the part I purchased, in my case, off Amazon, wasn't too expensive. It was less than $15. Okay. It'd be a little hard to get in there, but that's a good tight fit. That's what you want. Okay, then we also have the clamp that I'll transfer over. Okay, don't make it tight just yet. And I think that is it. Okay. Here's our new air filter. Okay. Airbox cover. Now this may be a tight fit, so you may want to be a little patient. And if you take a look, there's a marking. Let me zoom in here, just in case. See this marking? You want to line it up to the housing. There you go, something like that. Okay. And the same on the opposite end. You have this indentation, let me zoom in. This indentation that lives in between these two markers. So just make note of things like this on your vehicle. And then if we zoom out, you can even see everything sort of lines up. I removed the clamp so you can get a better view of what's going on. But this wire harness lives in here. Actually, let me do this. Sometimes you have to sort of make everything work, if you know what I mean. Okay, this goes on top. Now this is not a factory hose. Probably better off getting factory. This is a little thin in my opinion, but it should do in the meantime. And now we're almost home free, just tying everything down. And then we'll finish up by installing our vacuum line and the other connections. We'll start the vehicle and make sure we're in good shape. Everything is nice and quiet. We have no vacuum leaks, so we're in good shape. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.